first, I'd like to thank all of you for coming back. And those of you who are new to Raising Hope at Work, I think you're really going to enjoy this. Philanthropy is changing right now, but it has changed in a huge way for the last 45 years. If you look back 60, 70 years, hospitals really were funded from philanthropy. If you were a church-going person, you gave your money three places. You gave it to your school, you gave it to your church, and you gave it to your hospital, because those were the organizations that had no other way of earning and taking care of folks. What we've done in healthcare is get a lot more like a corporation, and a lot of us have thought of Shands as our place of employment. And what we learned is, in order for us to compete nationally on a scale of what we can give to our patients, we didn't have enough money. There are only three ways to earn money when you're a nonprofit, and that is you charge for it and your costs are less, so you earn it on your bottom line. You borrow it, or you can raise it, since we're a 501c3. And that is exactly what we did. With Raising Hope at Work, we built on a trend of other academic medical centers and other hospitals throughout the country that have been looking to their employees and to foundations, corporations, and gracious individuals who are interested. And it was new for Shands. If you remember, we had never gone to the employees like this, but we knew we had very generous employees. And many of you have helped us with United Way, with March of Dimes, with Cancer Society, American Heart Association, all kinds of wonderful organizations, but we had never asked our own employees. So why is this important now? If you look nationally at hospitals and how they're able to do building projects like this, or new programs or outreach programs like some of the programs we do in Jacksonville, we couldn't fund any other way. They're 100% funded by philanthropy. I'll give you another example. We wanted to make some physical changes and program changes to our pediatric cancer program on the 4th floor here at Shands. We didn't have the money to do that. So Brad came up with a number of what it would take for the old bone marrow transplant unit, right, Brad? And it was about $1.4 million. We didn't have it in the budget, so we got $1.4 million from philanthropy, all of it from people giving us the money, and that's the only way we got to do that project. More and more, when Dr. Guzik, Tim Goldfarb, but other hospitals and other boards throughout the country, if they're going to do a building project, there's a percentage that has to be from philanthropy or private support. What we found is when we started raising money, there were a lot of people who love what you do on a daily basis with our patients and families. They started giving us significant gifts. If you remember, in the first 3 months, we raised about $16 million, and Shands had never done that. Well, we got a lot of people's attention by doing that. So what we're doing this time is coming to our employees first, because that's the message that corporations and foundations are really asking us. And individuals here that have been through the cancer campaign also look to what the employees are going to do. You're going to learn more about our employee campaign today, but I wanted to tell you there are all kinds of programs and projects throughout the country. We are doing what is industry standard, and that is raising money right here to be used by Shands Healthcare to benefit our employees and benefit our patients and their families. Now, Brad, I know you wanted me to talk a little bit about what's going on here in the U.S. The other thing is, if you look at Canada, Canada raises all of its building money, all of its equipment money. They have to get 100% philanthropy for any expansion or any new equipment. It does not come through how they raise or how they do their business. They don't have enough money to reinvest. So we're not there yet. We're only doing a portion of our project from philanthropy, and I think the private support for this particular project is $10 million, and that's for the pediatric emergency room. And the reason it is $10 million is because $5 million of that is going to be for the actual building and equipment, the renovations. The other $5 million is going to go for the program over the next 2 years, because there's programmatic increase in costs that is not going to be recouped through what we charge. So philanthropy is really the only way we can move this project forward.